is it worth it to go to war to fight for your country, and maybe for Russia, or Ukraine, or something like that? Let's see what the Bible says about that. So let's talk about this story. I mean, I found a few stories about this. Yeah, for instance, here it says a band of others, Ukrainian legions of foreigners, soldiers are on the front line. So here it says over 20,000, up to 20,000 volunteers from all over the world have joined to fight Russian invaders. So here, as you can see the narrative of how they say, okay, the Russians are bad, maybe Ukraine is good, or maybe it's otherwise, or the other way around. But let's see what they say. Okay, so basically you have people, these are guys from different countries going to fight for not even their own country. So let's see what happens when you do that. So here I was talking, like I said, I found from Latin America this guy from Uruguay and a few other guys from another countries. Here it says from France, England, Portugal, and a few other places. They are going to fight. So let's see what the Bible says about that. So here we are using King James version. So in this case, it says in 11. Let's read 2 Samuel 11. So it came to pass after a year it was expired at the time of. Let's read it 11. So here basically is David is in a war against another guys. So here let's read this. So it came to pass after the year was expired at the time when the king go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servant with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and Besigain, Rabbah, but David tarried still at Jerusalem. So basically, this is David being in his palace, saying, "Okay, I think I'm going to stay here. So let's see what happened." So basically, and it came to pass in an evening tide that David arose from his bed and walked upon the roof of his king house, and from the roof he saw a woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. And David sent inquired after the woman, and one said, "Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, and the wife of the Uriah, the Hittite?" And he didn't care. So of course the messengers they asked David. They say, "Hey, is no someone else a wife? So let's see what happens." So here, as you can see, David wrote a letter. So in this case, if you want to modernize this, is like David sent a WhatsApp or maybe a text message by the hand of Uriah, and he wrote in a letter saying, "Okay, set Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye means all of them from here, so that he may be smitten and die." So basically, David said, "Okay, just send this guy to the front when is when." So basically, he said, "Okay, send this guy to the front. When he's fighting, just run away and let this guy, by himself, so that way he can die. I can get his wife." So let's see what happens. So basically, they continue, and when the wife of Uriah heard that Uriah, her husband, was dead, she murmured for her husband. And when the morning was past, David went and fetched her to her house and become his wife. So, and they had a son. So, and that displeased the Lord. So I was paraphrasing a little bit to make it a little bit faster. So, and you're wondering, no, that doesn't happen here. I mean, that is something that happens maybe, 2,000 years ago or something like that. So, but let's see what happened here. So, so at least if you're watching this video now with Joe Biden, so you see this guy, he's touching this girl, and he's whispering in her ear. So here, this video, it has like almost 2 million views in just 3 months. I mean, this is crazy. So you will see, let's see a little bit further. And here we have Hillary Clinton, hugging the other girl. And let's see what happened with Joe Biden.
Go for it. There are hugs where you just throw up your arms and go for it. And then there are hugs that keep going and going and going. Joe Biden wouldn't let Hillary go as they met on the tarmac at Scranton Airport. About 4 seconds into the hug, they semi-disengage. Nothing to see here, right? Wrong, because the vice president wouldn't unhand Hillary for almost 16 seconds.
Notice how many times she tries to tap out. She lets it go, he does not. She tap out. Nope, she's just, no, he's still holding on. Okay, second tap out, for God's sake, Joe, you gotta let go.
This latest awkward hug would not have been microanalyzed if it hadn't been for all the other overly handy Biden moments. 16 seconds.
That is crazy. I mean, as you can see, Joe Biden keep hanging, this woman that is someone else's wife. So this is Hillary Clinton. I mean, it belongs to the other guy. But let's see a little bit further. So as you can see here in Twitter, say, Joe, let go of me, Joe. It's crazy. So I mean, that is what happened. Could happen to you. I mean, you can go to war, say, yeah, I'm going to fight for Ukraine or whatever country, and then you have, another guy, taking care of your girl or wife. So let's see what happened and you're thinking, well, maybe it's something, insulated, is something else. So let's see another thing here. Joe Biden with the other girls. It's crazy. He's even trying to kiss, the little girls. I mean, this is crazy. But, it's something that happened. And here we have another case, same thing. We have someone else, a wife, and I think is a wife of a secretary or something like that. And, this guy started touching her like nothing. So this is what happens, when you're thinking, no, everything is good. Everything is not that good. So let's keep it reading. Let's keep reading something else. So here in the news, in a few newspapers, you will see a place where the daughter of this president. So she said, well, when I was young, I was, having fun with friends. As you can see, having friends, having fun with friends, and then after that, she showered with her dad, and not in an appropriate way. So here we see another news about the same thing. So here we have the New York Post, and if you want to read a little bit closer, same thing. So she was having fun with some friends, and then a very young age, and some showers with her dad, probably not appropriate. So this guy is crazy. But if you want to see a little bit Russia, so I was wondering, I don't care about Russia, Ukrainian, or anything like that. They don't pay me anything, so they can do whatever they want. But as I was looking, the map of Russia, 1922. Let's see how big was Russia. So it seemed like, at least to me, Ukraine was part of Russia. So it's like saying, okay, maybe Texas wants to be part of Mexico again. So I was, looking at different maps. So as you can see here, is U.S., Mexico. So it seems like U.S. and Mexico was a little bit different. So it's different narratives depending of the age that you are. That's it. So here, as you can see, I mean, some people will, like you saw in the Bible, David didn't say, okay, let's send the doctors and see if this, this woman is clean, it doesn't have any issues, no herpes or no any no STIs or something like that. Nope. He went just straight like that. And many guys in today's age, they do the same thing. Maybe this Joe Biden, he doesn't care. He goes straight. Maybe if you don't check them out, your pen drive, your thumb drive can get rusty like this, and you keep putting your thumb drive everywhere, and it's going to get rusty, and maybe with some things that are not going to be curable or in the future. So as you can see, don't let your thumb drive to be like that. And this is what happens. You see, you start kissing girls. You don't know what happened with them, and they may have different weird things here, and you say, I don't want any of that. But you never know. Here I was looking at another map. Argentina, kind of the same thing, like a few years, maybe 200 years ago or 300 years ago. It seemed like Argentina was smaller and Chile was bigger, or vice versa, and it seemed like Chile lost some land. So here, as you can see here, so it says Argentina here, and here in the bottom it says Patagonia, and Chile doesn't exist here. And if you see the current map, you will see that Chile is all over the place here, and this is all Argentina as well. So what I'm trying to say with this is, US is spending millions of dollars, Canada, England, Europe, millions of dollars in someone else's land, and who's going to pay for that? Us, just the taxpayer. So if they want to fight, it's just internal, fight between Ukrainian people and Russia is their problem. So if Ukraine, wants to be another country, something else besides Russia, we don't have to pay for that. So if they want to fight, let them fight, and let them deal with that. The rest of the world should not do that, because the problem that we are having is, we are spending, millions of dollars, at least here in US. Who is paying for us, for all that? Us, and we are going to have repercussions. So we are going to have problems, we're going to have more inflation, and you will have, all the tanks, the wars, the missiles, and everything. It takes a lot of commodities, so copper, maybe silver, maybe other materials that could be used, for something else, and everything is being sucked by this war that is going to last many years, and who knows how more years it's going to last. And you have all those resources and all the cash, from all the currency from all the countries going to this place instead, of fixing their own problems. Here in US, we have many issues. We have bridges that are falling apart. We have roads that are not in good shape. We have homeless in the street. If you go to California, Los Angeles, you're going to see homeless everywhere. So we could use all those resources to try to help those people instead of sending the dollars to another country. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have any question, please let me know in the section below, and see you in the next time.